What's up everybody, Richard here. Today I'm doing an Ask Me Anything. I got some questions from people on Instagram, posted up yesterday, and today I'm going to make a video answering them. So a couple of them are pretty similar to other ones, so I'm just going to go by chronological order, and answer whatever ones came first, and if they're not funny, odd ones, I will say your name, so apologies if you didn't want shouted out, but hey, that's the world we live in. So first question, I don't even know what that username is you should send me £20 since I guessed the colour anyhow. No. So the next question was from Reese McAllister. Do you have a specific entrepreneur you aspire to be like, and if so, why them? So I'm surrounded by amazing entrepreneurs every day, people that I'm lucky enough to call my friends. So it's hard to, you know, look past those guys and the journeys they've had. They're not the richest people in the world, probably not the richest people in the country, do you know what I mean? But they're multi-millionaires, and I get to learn a lot from them directly, which I'm very lucky to have. But if it was anyone, I really like Mark Cuban's attitude. I think he's just a really cool guy. He's someone that I would love to replicate in many different ways, especially the fact that, you know, he bought the Dallas Mavericks when they were struggling, and anyone who knows St Mirren Football Club knows we're not the best club in the world, and I'd love to buy them one day and, you know, take them to new heights. So this one is from _Crystal_Maria_. What do you do more than the average person, and what do you do less than the average person? I work harder than the average person, I sacrifice more than the average person. And what do I do less? I probably reflect less and be grateful a little bit less. It's something I need to do a bit more of. Sometimes you're so focused on what the next thing is that you can't actually stop and look back and be grateful and happy about what you've already done. So Space Oddity B has asked me, where's your ideal place to live in the future? You know, I actually love Glasgow. I'm a real family person, so I wouldn't really like to live that far away unless I could travel back here very often or take my family with me. Although that being said, I wouldn't mind living down in London. I think London's a really nice city. But yeah, I don't know, Dubai maybe. I like Dubai as well, but it's a bit too hot. But yeah, I see me staying in Scotland, to be perfectly honest. Scott W _ best advice for getting started from scratch: do something. It sounds stupid, right? But people spend years asking, you know, oh, how did I get started? How did I get started? How did I get started? If you'd have just stopped asking that and got started, it's not as hard as people think. You know, find a product or an industry that you can access or you have skill in, brand it, promote. Like, that's getting started. Do you know what I mean? And your first business might not work, your first fucking 3 businesses might not work, but if you start now, and you look pretty young in your photos, so if you start young, you're gonna get that failure out the way if you need to. So that's what I would say. Stop asking. This isn't a personal affront, by the way. Stop asking and just find something and start it regardless of what it is. Millie Henderson has asked me, how are you so minted? What is it you actually do? Right, so Millie, firstly, I'm not minted. The guys I'm friends with are minted. I make a good living, yes, but I also spend a reasonable amount of money, which I probably, maybe not shouldn't, because it's me that makes it so I can spend it if I want, but there is wiser things I can do with that money, so I am not minted. Maybe compared to where I was years ago or where I was when I was a wee guy, I'm a lot better off, but I'm not minted. I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, I do a multitude of things. If you go on to my YouTube channel and scroll down, you'll find a breakdown of where my money comes from, and I go through every single thing in that video. Jamie Rutherford, did you ever think you would be where you are today? Massive respect, bro. Thank you very much, Jamie, for the respect. Appreciated, it's reciprocated also. So did I think I would ever be where I am today? Yeah, probably. Like, I do, but yeah, I did, but not this fast. And it's weird because when it does come fast, like I said earlier on when I was answering the question from Crystal, maybe I don't reflect and appreciate how fast it's been and how young I am, because I'm like, fuck, 24, like I feel like that's old, but it's obviously not, do you know what I mean? So Yeah, I did always feel like I was going to be successful in some right. I didn't know if it was going to be financial or fucking athletic or whatever. I don't really know. And you know, I don't know if this just happens, but like everyone, like people in my family, my old teachers are always like, oh, Richard, always knew you were going to fucking do something. And I don't know if that's just what people say or if they actually did think that. But yeah, I feel like I've only just got started. There's a lot more to come from me. Joss Brannigan, I've never heard that name before. Joss, mate, fucking hell, I've never heard that. What is a good way to get into entrepreneurship with not a lot of money in Scotland? So, like I said earlier on, if you are a fucking joiner, if you are a cobbler, a farrier, whatever you are, I'm assuming that's all trades, but whatever you do, you can white label and like get a fucking business in a box, basically. Go out and fucking start something. Do you mean if you're a joiner and you work like, even if you're an apprentice really, do you know what I mean? If you go out and you know you're working 8 to half 4 every day, well you need to be prepared to kind of graft on the weekends, get yourself some business cards fucking made up, start going laying flooring for people and all that. People need to stop resting on their laurels and take action. Like that's the biggest problem I see with people in Scotland. They want to ask loads of questions and try and find stuff out, and they prepare for about 3 years, find all this stuff out, and then they go into business and go, oh wait, this is actually quite fucking hard, and then they shit the bed and stop doing it. Imagine you're preparing for a world title fight and all you did was hit pads. You'd never sparred before, right? All you did was hit pads and hit the bag, then you went into the fight and you got punched for the first time. You would realise that all your training was useless. It's about actually getting in there and getting something done, regardless of how much money you have. So Ewan Duncanson has asked me quite a bit of advice for someone starting their own digital agency. Good question. They're all very cringy, I find, at the moment, or at least in marketing. I'm seeing, like, wait, I'll do an impression. Hey guys, it's Richard Dixon here. If you want to find out how to 10x your business through my ad program, just swipe up just now, visit my free masterclass. I'm going to take you from $0 to $100,000 a week from your laptop 1 day a week. Look at my view. I'm a fucking millionaire. Contrary to popular belief, I got a higher in drama in school. You might have seen that from that performance there. But don't be that fucking guy. Look, I'm staring at you in the eyes, right? I'm staring at you here. Please. Don't fucking do that, right? If you're going into the marketing space, do not be that person. Be a fucking grafter. The guys I know that are the best at marketing that do my stuff are like savages. They're just there, they smash stuff out, they get campaigns going, and it's fucking unreal. They're not dancing about like, oh, want to learn my method. So I would say go into actually providing marketing solutions if that's what your digital agency is all going to be about, instead of trying to teach people how to market. That's fast cash, but it's got no longevity in it. From Connor McIntyre, this is the last one I've got to answer. There's some funny ones in here from my mates, but I'm not even going to answer them. To go back and change one thing about growing in business, what would it be? I think when you first start raising money, like when you first start raising investment, it can be quite intimidating because you're asking people to part with money that they may have saved or earned from something, or retirement funds. So it can be quite scary to ask someone for that. As much as it never bothered me to ask it, it can be quite nerve-wracking. And you know, if you say you really need funding to go and do a deal, and you feel like, you know, the person you're talking to about getting money from isn't really keen on it, I used to find myself sometimes like going over and above what I needed to do. And I would say, like, say I needed £50,000, I would be like, right, this person's getting 10% on £50,000 for this project, that's it. And that is an incredible return, by the way. If you're doing that in under a year, that's hard, like fucking hard to find. And I would be at the meeting and something in my head would just go, I mean, we can do 15% or something like that, and I would just price myself out. And do you know what? Most of the time it didn't actually help me raise the money. It actually probably slowed me down, because especially with being young, people automatically just naturally have that little bit of, they don't really know what to make of you at first. And I think doing that, maybe, I don't know if it made me look desperate, I don't know if that's the right word, but maybe a bit too keen. So like, this project's maybe a bit risky, he's maybe been bounced for a loan on this or something like that. So I would change my approach to raising finance, because now I don't raise finance anymore through marketing or anything like that. Before, I would like chat to people on LinkedIn, and you know, I would do deals over the phone and over emails and get investment to go and do stuff. But now I get people messaging me like, can you take 50 grand, can you take 75 grand to go and do projects? And I don't anymore, because my network's so strong and I've got so many individuals around me that sit on such good amounts of liquidity that any project I can do, I can share with my circle and ultimately my friends, and we can all benefit from that. So that's the Ask Me Anything done. For all the people that asked to take me on dates, nice one, I've never been asked that before. Or if I'm single and all these different things. I was trying to keep this a bit more business centric, but you'll probably find answers to stuff like that on my other social medias. I'm now on TikTok as well, at Richard_Dixon_, and I've been answering entrepreneurial questions on there as well, which is pretty fun too. So if I answered your question, thank you very much for asking it. I appreciate it. I wouldn't have been able to make the video without everyone asking those questions. And yeah, I appreciate you taking your time to watch. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it was shit, give it a thumbs down, and any feedback in the comments is always appreciated. I don't know what my next video is going to be, but I'll catch up with you in a few days when I figure that out anyway. Peace.